はい、皆さん、こんばんは。おはようございますって言うべきか。はい、おはようございます。公式配信見てきますよ。ちょっと設定をして、これで OK やね。ほんで、こうかな。もうちょっとでかくした方がいいか。これぐらいでええんちゃう？うん、これぐらいでいきますか。お、ステレオさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。あれですね、ライブに来るのお久しぶりですね。こんばんはいらっしゃいです。さあ、何人か発表されるのかな、本当に。てかあれですね、もうここ見ればわかると思うんですけど、やばくないですか？ 1 回目の配信 YouTube の方で、あれですよ。軽く 1万人超えたんですよ。2回目も8000人近く、3回目から1000人近くになって、4回目の配信はもう300人ですよ。失礼。やばくないですか？ 300 人しかいないって。まあ、こっからどんどん増えていくだろうけど。5回目か、今回の配信で5回目か。5回目で視聴者300ってやばいよ。せめて1000くらい言ってもらおうな。はい、わたぽんさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。てかそっか、文字があるから、文字あれだな、ちょっと待ってよ。これぐらいにするか。あ、これぐらいがちょうどいいですね。で、なんか発表されたらそこで都度、欲に変えていく感じでいいかな。なんだこら。なんで文字逆転してんだ。オッケーオッケー。はい、鈴木さんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。ツイッターは本当の BGM 流れてますね。あ、本当です？本当の BGM 流れてんのか。あはー、なるほどね。で、鈴木さんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。IFS さんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。スベルさんもこんばんはいらっしゃいです。ツイッチでも1700人くらいしかいないんやね。あはー。1700人か少なくなったもんだな。ツイッチは、少ないな、本当に。ツイッチ最低5000人からだったんだけど。まあ、これからこれまでやらかしてきたからね、それを運営がどうしていくかですね、本当に。これから。だったらどういうのを発表していくのか楽しみだわ、ほんまに。はい、歌種さんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。お、水戸さんもこんばんは。水戸さんお久しぶりですね。水戸さんもお久しぶりですね。なんか久々な気がする。お久しぶりです。こんばんはいらっしゃいです。さっきぶりのこんばんはです。宮森さんもこんばんはいらっしゃいです。水戸さんとか超お久しぶりだ。2、3ヶ月ぶりって言ってもいいぐらいですよね。3ヶ月ぶりかな多分。でも YouTube の方もどんどん上がってきましたね。500人まで行きましたな。多分みんなほんとあれでしょうね。最後の手綱って感じでしょうね。も もう今回頼むよみたいな感じで配信見てる方多分いっぱいいると思います。今回こそなんとかしてくれって思ってるはず。お久しぶりです。ですよね。ようこそです。いらっしゃいです。アンストッパブル学園校門館こんばんは。ハイルートさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。エンビーさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。あ、エンビーさんって、ツイッターの方も同じ名前でしたよね、確か。そう言われてみれば。同じ言い方です。合ってます？エンビーさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。スケクロさんも、はい、おはようございます。まあ、おはようですね。朝1時ですし。はい、そうです。あ、やっぱ合ってました。了解です。じゃあ、確認取れたから、またフォローバーしときますわ。はい、来ました。まあ、ツイッチの方で見てもいいんですけど、ツイッチの方だとさすがに、著作権とかいろいろ怖いから、YouTube の方で見ます、私は。ツイッチはさすがに怖い。YouTube のミラーだったらまだ全然やってもいいんですけど、あれですよね、ツイッチの方をミラー配信すると、なんて言われるか分かったもんじゃないからな。では私は YouTube の方で若干遅れてみる形になると思います。はい、つたやさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。もうバレンタインみたいなの出た。ちょっと待って。失礼。ネタバレあかんって。ちょっと待って。一緒に見ようって。一緒に見ましょうって。ツイッチは始まったんだよね。了解です。やっぱバレンタインか。つたやさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。結局バレンタインになるのかね。また、なんだチョコ打つのかチョコ拾うのかどっちだチョコシールドなんだ何が来るんだろう。いや、それだけじゃないですよね。他にもいろいろやってくんなきゃ、さすがにダメですよ。バレンタインだけじゃダメですよ、もう。バレンタインイベントももちろんのことだけど、そこからなんか、他の情報も出してくれなきゃダメよ。さすがに怒るで。ハートみたいなの飛んでた。なるほど。学園祭始まったか？どうでしょう？お
Welcome to the Borderlands show, Vault Hunters. On today's show, stream team member and host of the Bordercast, Mitsu, is here as a special guest host representing you, the
この人がグラハムか。
We'll talk to Borderlands 3 live lead Graham
音がちっちゃいですね。
content updates past, present, and future, including the update roadmap shared in the community love letter earlier today on Borderlands.com. Graham answers your questions regarding future updates, balance changes, content drops, and more. We're announcing Borderlands 3's next seasonal event and sharing the first ever footage. Plus, we are going to tell you what to expect out of the Gearbox panel at PAX East later this month.
ライフスティール武器か？
Mighty lineup of information, but of course, we're back with some more golden keys for you in Borderlands 3. So stay tuned for that.
ゴールデンキーっていらないってもう。金書きもいらないよ。いらないよ。どこに使うんだって話ですよね。
That's right, we're back, everybody. Of course, you need to subscribe. Twitch.tv/Borderlands, YouTube.com/BorderlandsGame, and of course, send in all your questions to be part of the show. Kindoffunny.com/Borderlands. But enough about that. Mitsu's here.
Oh God,
Mitsu.
Hi, everybody. Hello, chat. Because I know you guys are gonna be like, "Who's Mitsu?" Or some of you guys are just gonna lose your minds.
They know who Mitsu is.
I guess
that's the thing is, it's gonna be an interesting chat to watch.
いや、ごめん、知らないんだけど。
As usual, hoping you're like freaking out that you're on the show.
みんな知ってるでしょって言ってるけど、知らないよ。誰だ？
Okay, Mitsu. Who the hell are you?
本当だよ。
So I am a streamer. I stream on twitch.tv/Mitsu Show, MITSUSHOW, and on Twitter, twitter.com/Mitsu Show. I play primarily Borderlands, Borderlands 3 specifically. You might have heard of it. It's a game that came out very recently.
ラップダラの配信者ってこと
I got my
ね。
start kinda
なんか有名人ってことかな、多分。
I was inspired by streamers from a long time ago, specifically like Saint Vicious, and they had very similar humor styles to me.
Sure.
And I was like,
見た感じだとあれですね。全然やり込んでない人ですね。
So I saved up some money, bought some equipment, and the rest was kind of history with that.
ジャンキーさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。セーブデータが破損したので、ボーダーランズ3卒業します。どうしちゃったの？なんで破損しちゃったの？
I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of Half-Life 2.
なんだ、どうして破損しちゃったんだ？公式配信者の一人ですね。あはー、なるほどね。
We moved into Borderlands. A friend of mine turned me onto the game, and I loved it. Messing with loot and shooting at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where can you go wrong? Come on. What do you know? So I was in a weird financial situation.
ドロップ率上がる鍵起こせ
Is。that what they call broke?
効果あるや
I
つ
was
だ。
broke.
I've been in a weird financial situation a lot as well.
Yes. It was layman's term broke. So what happened was a bunch of friends of mine got together for my birthday because Borderlands 2 was released on September 18th. My birthday is September 19th.
Very nice.
They bought me Borderlands 2 for my
はい、
birthday.
趣味できるおじさんこんばんはい
And
らっ
I was
しゃい
really
で
blessed
す。
because
はい、お疲
what,
れ
6
様で
months
す。
later is when I started streaming. And the one game where everybody came back, thank you chat for doing so, is
この配信者、昨日メイヘム3テイクダウンやってました。メイヘム3のテイクダウン？
So wait, how do you go from being a
いや、どうせ出すんだったら有名人を出すってのはわかるんだけど、わかるけど、もうちょっとボーダーラン3をしっかりやり込んでる配信者を出してくれよ。
Right. I
本
feel
当
like
に。
the eternal fan who just got really lucky. It's an incredible feeling. I
どうせだったら
wish I
ば。
could do more. I hope to be a bigger part of the process as we go on.
そんなボーダーランちょっとしかかじってないような人たちが出すぐらいだったら、もうちょっとがっつりやり込んでるそういう人出してくれよ、本当に。
I know what's happening here. Try them out.
You know, Fran, we need you to go report on location. Why don't you
今のテイクダウンあんなに弱いのに、あれをメイヘム3でやってるってことですよね。
I need Fran though. Somebody's got to help me with my hair because I have no idea what I'm
No,
supposed to do.
yeah,
with this.
that is what
はい、サイレンスさんこんばんはいらっしゃいで
Yeah?
す。
Did he tell you you're not supposed to condition every day? This changed my life when he told me that. I didn't know
Depending on your hair
that.
type.
I really didn't know that.
Can over condition.
I didn't know that. Now I never condition. I digress. Mitsu, for people who don't know and are meeting you for the first time, they understand you like it. They understand you stream it. What about the Bordercast? What about Ultimate Vault Hunter?
Okay, so the Bordercast is a show that we do on Fridays at 7 p.m. on the official Borderlands channel, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And one of the things that we get to do is my co-host Tess and I, Tessachka, we get to talk about Borderlands from a more community-oriented perspective.
Sure.
So one of the things that we like to do is to narrow things down. We get to look at these hot fixes, we get to break them down so that people who might not necessarily be familiar with them, they get to
画面のパンドラ
understand
感。
well, what does this mean for me as a flag player? What does this mean for me as a general player? What about a casual player? What about
配信者の話をするってことは多分あれですよね。あまりいいの期待できないんじゃないのこれ多分。だって配信者、公式配信者を出すってことはその分だってあれじゃないですか。公式配信で発表する内容が少ないからそのなんだなんか代用しようみたいな感じじゃないですか。
She is going to be sitting down and talking with some of the more hardcore aspects. This is one aspect that we don't quite go into as much on the Bordercast, which is where Ultimate Vault Hunters kinds of sets itself apart. You're going to have people like Jolt's Dude on. You're going to have people like Killer 6 on. People who are well ingrained in the community, who can delve deep into the numbers, lazy data, who breaks this game down for every element it is. And they will teach you how to be better at this game, where they came from, why they have such a rich background and history and knowledge of these games. And they'll probably give some opinions as well on what they think of the game now and where they want to go with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love the fact there's such different products, right?
Yeah.
Because you have one for casuals, you have one for the super hardcore. Fran and I are here.
もうちょっと難しいコンテンツが欲しい。言ってること正しい。それだよ。今のガチ勢たちやることがないんですよ、本当に。
The problem is it's flip. The problem is it's flip. When I was picking questions for, of course.
お久しぶりです。こんばんは。はい、クリボーさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。
so many people are starting to go around the bend now.
そうだ
They're
よ。
making
難
fun
易
of me
度
and the thing and
よ
trying
くわ
to
かって
defend
る。
Fran.
難易度上げなきゃダメですよ。 現状のボーダーランはもう弱すぎる。しかも今弱くしちゃったじゃないですか。
Moving on, moving on, of course.
つまらないあまりにも。最低でもあれの10倍か20倍ぐらいのハードコアのコンテンツ出してくんないと、ガチ勢たちはもう暇で暇でしょうがないです
We
よ。
were ready to do one, but the team at Gearbox needed a little bit more time because they were working on so many different updates, so many different cool fixes, things that of course were addressed today in the community letter, obviously. That we're gonna
とりあえずスーパーあれですよ。アルティメットのハードコアコンテンツ作るだけで相当十分遊べると思うし。
Oh, you mean because of the show? No, the stuff we have to talk about is great.
肉もちさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。
Oh, thank you. I do, right? I know.
DLC1 の感想を聞き始めたよ。なるほど。
Thank you, Fran. You know what I mean? I like 2020, Fran. Yeah, of course. And then the other piece of housekeeping before we really get into the nitty-gritty of everything happening here on the Borderlands show. Gearbox is of course planning to reveal the second paid campaign expansion at PAX East. This will be during their panel Thursday, February 27th. That's going to be at 11:30 a.m. PT, 2:30 p.m. ET if you're over there. You get your first look at the next add-on, as well as a look at the future content roadmap for Borderlands 3. And yes, it will be streaming live on Twitch. Don't worry, you will be able to watch it just like you're watching it now. It'll be up later, it'll be all over.
なるほどね。2月27日にあれですね。これからのロードマップを出すとのこ
So
とです
instead
ね。
of talking about that anymore, let's talk about what we've been playing. Of course, it's DLC 1, Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot.
What we've been playing.
So guys, last time we had a Borderlands show, we of course got to team up.
Yeah.
Liz, Tess, me, Fran. We went out there, the dream team as we call it. We got to play our first taste of Moxie's Heist. Since then, it's come out. I've played it, gotten all the trophies, no big deal. Don't worry about it, everyone. Thank you, Barrett. Thank you, Barrett. Yes, they're right there. Mitsu, what was your take of what you've played? I'm
2月
assuming
27日にロードマップ
over
が
and
発
everything.
表と。
Oh my goodness. It's almost better than the main game.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's that, and I love the main game. It's actually one of my top 5 games of all time. The DLC 1,
Yeah.
is
It's so cool.
it enriches the story. It feels so much like Borderlands 2, which I think the story was great, but this took it to another level. This brought back a lot of the plot points and beats that we missed.
Yeah.
We missed Jack.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
That's-
hard to not feel like Borderlands 2 when it's Jack yelling at you all the time, which is great.
And of course,
It's
minor spoilers here if you haven't played anything. I mean, Jack's
ジャ
in
ッ
the
クね、
trailer.
もう
I'm
ハン
not
サム
saying
ジャッ
that's the
ク、まあ
spoiler.
わ
I'm
かる
saying,
っちゃ
hey,
わ
you
か
haven't
るん
played
だけ
anything, you
ど、
might say something, and you might go, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
ハンサムジャックに会いたいっていう気持ちはわかるんだけども、十分な気がするんだけどな。
No, that was,
That's
I mean,
generic cowboy
yeah.
guy.
I'm right there with you, Mitsu, of like playing it, I was like, this is
だって
why
ここから
I
さらに
love
ハンサムジャック関連のコンテンツ出したところで、だってプレイヤーは逆に思いますよね。またジャックかよってあるじゃない
It
です
didn't
か。
dawn on me that
もうだって DLC1 でも完結でいいと思うんだけどな。これ以上出さなくても大丈夫だと
I think it
思
was
う。
down to like the last 2 people, like, all right, there's 2 more people, and then everybody was talking, and I was like, oh, I see what we're doing. This
い
is
つまでも
rad.
その
Let
なんていう
alone,
のかな、
you know,
前作
the
の
environments
有名どころ
being so varied, let alone the
に
fact
すが
that,
るよう
you
な
know,
DLC は
throughout
もうやめてほ
Borderlands
しいです
3,
よ
right,
ね。
like, I was doing fine on money, but then to go into this thing and it's just like, give me all the cash.
気
I'm
持
playing
ちは
on
わからな
Mayhem
くは
3,
な
it's
い
just
け
like
ど、
raining on me. I'm like, yes, everything.
I had a chance to play with Brooke AB and Symphony.
Uh-huh.
I believe they play Minecraft, Call of Duty, Fortnite, a couple other things, and they were kind of new to the series. Okay, and they had maybe to that point, I think they were level 15, 16. They'd saved up maybe $1,000.
Yeah.
And then they go in there and they're popping slot machines
Every
and
time.
they walk away with $1 million by the time we finished our playthrough together. They lost their minds. They thought it was the greatest thing ever. We can afford stuff
Yeah.
now. We know what's
Level
going
53?
on. We can just sit around and get money. It was interesting to see that kind of perspective of a new player kind of jumping in there because there's something for
い
everybody.
つレベル53って言ってま
There's
す
something for the hardcore.
あ、私
There are plenty of
YouTube から見てる
new
から
and
配信遅れてんのか。
The Nukem's in there. Everybody loves Nukem.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, my
本当
God.
だ。
That's what I was. That was my talking point.
マジで言ってんの？レベルキャップ3しか解放しない予定なの
When
こ
I
れ。
got the Nukem, I was just like, this gun is just so much fun.
いや、3はやりすぎでしょ。
Absurd. It's like this mini
いや、
Nukem.
最低5でしょ。いや、3は、3?
Totally lives up to its name.
And it's a good.
3って何させるつもりなん
So
それ。
It's like actually, I mean, it doesn't just look. Cool.
腹立つわー、キャップの外し方外さず。
It's nice. Rocket launchers
何53って。
have struggled sometimes to
Yeah,
start playing Borderlands, and to have the Nukem come back and feel a little bit more balanced was wonderful.
まあ確かに
That's
レベルキャップ
same thing with
外
the
してくれたらまた装備厳選し直すから別にいいんだけど
We'll
さ。
talk about in a little bit.
でも3はダメでしょ。
It was a very strong weapon and a great addition to.
3ってしかもムカつきますよね。3ってちょうどあれじゃないですか。境界線じゃないですか。ダメージ通るか通らないか境界線なんで。そこ狙ってくるのムカつくな。
I was running around playing with my wife, right? And it was that thing of like, I'm running, like, okay, don't die, don't die, don't die. All right, cool. Is he doing the thing? He's doing the thing. Run and get him. You had to wait. You had to communicate, which I love. But for me, it was also then the humor.
ちょっと3はちょっとないでしょ、さすがに。反感買うよ、さすがに。
Meeting Clapstructor and building Clapstructor and then leaving Clapstructor.
3はちょっときついな、正直。
It was so good. It was like, this is what I want. This is the characters and the personality and seeing that all exude, right? And even like, I thought they did such a cool thing. I know it happened in our Let's Play video, but you know, early on,
何がしたいんだここの運営
introduced
は。
Moxie to, you know, the new Jack, right? Proto Jack, right? Of course. And she steps off and gets in his face and starts yelling at him from holographic form. It's like, this is rad. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It conveyed the message that it was supposed to. Moxie's in charge. Moxie's in control. So her hologram is probably maybe a couple inches taller than she is, but she's looking down on young Timothy.
Yeah.
いや、この運営もあれですね。もう舐め切ってますね。プレイヤーのことをもう猿かチンパンジーとしか考えてないですよね。3解放してあげればみんな厳選しだすからまたあれでしょみたいな、そういうことでしょ。
Yeah, and hopefully this leads to her kind of running.
とりあえずやることできるんだからこれで我慢しろよみたいな感じでしょ。
Yeah, that's why I like the DLC so much. And as a reminder, right, I never had the time. I always wanted.
笑いしか出ねえの
I
は。
never had time till recently to play Borderlands.
調整めんどくせえ、考えるのめんどくせえ、とりあえず3上げとく。いや、ほんとそんな感じですよね。
It's not the same as others, but these two characters, just they're so amazing, you know, Jack, and so to have them both in a DLC. But as I've pointed out to a lot of people, the aura, the vibe of the art style and everything is so cool. It's probably my favorite part of Borderlands. Is this expansion.
3っ
The
て。
handsome jackpot is such a cool location. If you haven't checked it out, you know, they're not asking us to sell you, right? The new campaign add-on. I legit.
まさかレベル3キャップ解放それで終わりとかいう話じゃないよね。いや、せめてなんかレイドボスとかそういうなんかしらのコンテンツ出してくれなきゃダメですよね。レベル3だけカップ解放してからそれで楽しんでくれになったらさすがにダメだよ。まあ、あとすぐ次の DLC 出してくれとは言わないから、なんかレイドボス系出してほしいな。ボーダーランズ2でもいっぱい出してんだから今から出しても全然問題ないでしょ、特に。それかもうちょっと難易度高くするだとか、マリオンとかスロートジャックとか。ただただキャップ3解放するとか誰がやるんだって話ですよね。
No, not at all, because he's the best character ever. Of course.
All right, moving on. Every time you do this, is going to be a transition. Is that what you want? I'll end this show right now. Mitsu, what is the take in the community?
あんま悪いことあんま言いたくないんだけど、なんかもうあれだわ、もうどんどん腹立ってくるわ、聞くたびに。
I can't express enough how happy the community is about all of these.
聞けば聞くほど腹立ってくる。
Every plot point that has been introduced.
ノーキンフレンズってのをユーザーに言ってたのかかもしれないですね。
Making it so that if you go and farm something, you have a higher chance of actually getting it. The big issue was you could go and farm something like Grave Ward for a while, and you would just get showered with legendaries. It might not be what you want, but you know you're going to get
somewhere
something.
in that pile of legendaries was something. Hopefully, you were looking for.
Exactly. And so now the idea is to shift the onus off of going after these big bosses and just getting showered with legendaries and maybe getting what you want, and targeting your farming to what you know you need for your builds.
Yeah.
And for the hardcore audience and the casual audience, this is a huge deal.
Sure.
Because
casual, if you know you just want a gun,
right.
You want this cool gun, you now know where to go get it, you know how you can actually try to get it.
Yeah. And even casual players know what the current meta thought is. They know what these builds are, but they don't have the time. So you don't have the time to just タミユルさんこんばんはいらっしゃいで、最大どこまで上げるだろう。どうでしょうね。3みたいな上げ方するんだから下手すれば60くらいで止めるかもしれないですね。公式なんか来てますね。あ、本当です。すでに公式に載ってる？ちょっと待って、公式確認させてもらいますね。ちょっと一回。 Sure. And that's wonderful to see.
Yeah. I mean, it gives us something to do. Like that's they'd had a few weeks of these types of events before where they were mixing things up and increasing. But now that it's up.
いや本当だ。なんか来てるわ。
I know they worked on that for months actually.
とりあえず配信終わってから公式サイトを見てみましょうか。
I'm super happy with it. I know, you know, the community is.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, going forward, this will be a very jubilant change. There are probably people on Twitter losing their minds right now. I can think of Killer 6 and Jolt probably.
Yeah.
You know, firing guns in the air, celebratory. about how happy they are to finally see this happening.
Well, I mean, there's so much more that is happening, obviously, with the letter today. We're still working there. Remember, of course, if you want to do the DLC, it's part of the Season Pass, also in the Super Deluxe Edition, and then that Rare Spawn Riches event still going on right now, you can jump into. And then the big news, before we get to the huge news, and before we reveal the next seasonal event, because there's so much happening in this show, right? Takedown scaling is now a permanent.
まあいいや、これは後で見よう。
Yes, of course, Malawan Takedown came out, and everybody like me and Fran were like, it's too hard! What are we doing? And now it's scaling permanently, right? That's the thing. Mitsu, do you want to explain more about that?
Okay, so when Mollywan Takedown came out, there was a specific vision I think that Gearbox kind of had.
Takedown,
where they wanted to push players towards going into a more cooperative environment.
レベル上限解放。
4 players to play these
まあ、書きと同時に本作と初の試み最大レベル引き上げを実装、はいはい、現時点で
I like that idea.
Oh yeah.
But Borderlands as a whole and as a community, we don't always want to be pigeonholed into having to do cooperative play. We want it there so that if we're hanging out with our friends, there's a challenge for when our friends are there. But we also not everybody is going to be able to pull people together.
ゲーム内のムービースキップ可能。現在2月のパッチで実装予定しており、初めて見るムービーがどうムービーかどうにか関わらず、ゲーム内のあらゆるムービースキップができるようになります。マジで？
But she wanted to try and take Mollywan Takedown.
ムービースキップか。じゃあ、最初のリリースのあれ見なくていいのかも。ガーディアンズランクに、はいはい、強力な効果を無効化できるよって感じ。はいはい。
By herself. That is a change that's huge for her.
Yeah.
Huge incentive.
ちょっとしょうもないことしか言ってないから一回消すわ。とりあえずガーディアンズランク強力な効果を無効化できるように、はいはい。この機能2月パッチ実装予定、ガーディアンズランク効果を個別に無効化できるようになります。システム丸ごと無効化してより純粋なレベルアップを体験できます。はいはい。将来的にはガーディアンズ新たな強化項目を追加していく予定です。アンラックシステムさらに拡張目的。ガーディアンズランクも手こ入れしてくるってことか。これらの新しいシステムは、はいはい。これらの新しい効果はストーリーミッション DLC。DLC2 とともにガーディアンズランク新しいのが来る予定っていう形ですね。で、ムービースキップが来るのは、まあこれはまあ素晴らしいですね。で、パフォーマンスと安定性に関しては、こちらも DLC2。とりあえず今回のハロウィンじゃねえや。なんだ、バレンタインイベントはレベルキャップ解放だけ？それだけもしかして、シーズンイベントしま週合戦期間、はい、フィードバックに一つ、進行中にイベント参加しないオプションが欲しいという要望があったので、はいはい。まあ、イベントが適用されるかされないかは自分で切り替えが可能だということか。で、戦っていけるのが改善されて、今回はそのシステムの一部の要素を改善することになりました。具体的にはプレイヤーのインタクト半径拡大、リバイブより明確な他のプレイヤー点数改善。まあ、はいはい。で、メイヘム 2.0 がメイヘム5。メイヘム5が来るのか、ついに。メイヘム5が来て、拡張して、3月にリリースされるメイヘム 2.0 のさらに大きな変更を導入しますと。3月ね。ってことは今月は何もしないっていうこと？いずれ個別の記事や、はいはい。エコーキャストツイッチ強化。まあ、これは正直どうでもいいとして、バランス調整で、私たち新しいコンテンツと開発と並行して常に、はい、バランス見てます。バランスでこれまでのシリーズ同様長くはい。バランス調整を行う際弱体化させるよりかは、まず強化を前提として検討します。ですが、他の選択肢が無駄に思えてしまうほど極端なケースでは武器装備スキルパワーを抑える方向で、はいはい。だこれまではナーフを前提としてやってきたけど、これからは弱い武器を先に強化するよということかな。あらゆる変更は新規プレイベテランどちらにとっても、はい、新鮮に味わえるようにすると。メイヘム5じゃなくてこれは、これって6でしたっけ ?3 か。これって数値で言ったらいくつでしたっけ？これって6でしたよね、確か。表記的に言ったらば。まあ、バランス調整もこれからするよっていう話で終わりか。 なるほどね。
Fire, ricochets are cryo.
Wait,
Yeah.
ricochets are cryo?
Yeah, bullets are fire, ricochets are cryo.
4か。
That's pretty
4
cool.
なか
Yeah, I like。that.
4の調整なのか。
Multiple elements on a particular weapon.
Yeah.
Tsunami and all that stuff. Yeah,
And that's
sounds
what I'm
cool.
talking about. That's what I want. I like the change. I like, of course, like we're talking about.
ちょっと待って、さっきなんかバレンタインの変なの出なかった。
And at 100 hearts, 50 hearts broken, you get a Malawan SMG. And feeling like I'm making
4か
progress.
4。
Yeah,
なるほど
trophy,
なる
sure.
ほ
Oh,
ど。
God, you put a trophy in there, but even Guardian Ring and stuff. For this though, challenges, right? At 10 hearts broken, you get an Echo skin. Looks very cute with some hearts on it. 25 hearts broken, you get a weapon trinket. It's a heart with a rainbow in it, but then it's got these tentacles coming off of it.
Looks cool.
Yeah, it looks very weird.
エコスキンと
Yeah,
これがもらえるの
50 hearts broken, you get a Malawan SMG. It's a beam that chains nearby enemies. And then 75 hearts broken, a new player skin. It is Valentine's Day, right? So it's got that pink to it, it's got that black to it. And then at 100 hearts broken, you get the Jacob's sniper. I said it. One there. I got there in the end. Yeah.
What
the
was
wedding
the
invitation Jacob's
It
sniper.
had a couple perks on it that I think they listed.
The wedding invitation Jacob's sniper. Refunds bullets and ricochets on crit. Ricochet deals about 100% of the damage of the initial shot before the elemental multipliers.
Nice.
And then bullets are fire, ricochets are
まあ
cryo.
このスナイパーライフルがもらえるっていうこ
Bullets
と
are
か
fire,。ricochets are cryo. That's
I like
dope.
that. That's pretty
dope.
cool.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
like
yeah. That's a cool seasonal event. Everybody's stoked about that. The thing that I'm sure the chat's burning up about already, of course, is the new features and other updates that are going to be in February's patch as outlined in today's community love letter. If you missed this over on Borderlands.com, Gearbox put up a love letter to all of you and us, Borderlands fans. And on top of it, just being, hey, cool, here's stats, here's infographics, here's everything that's happened since launch, here's the quality of life we've done. It was a whole bunch of stuff talking about what's coming to
ディアブロ3ね、トーナメントみたいに15ぐらいまで追加するのから、そうしてくれるとありがたいです
I
ね。
read it and I was like, yes, this is
メイヘム
exactly
2.0
what I want, right?
ちょっと話聞いてみましょうか。
I was just really excited that they took the time to address everything. One of the things that I like about some companies now is they're taking this approach where you'll have developer insights, where leads of teams will sit down and write 3, 4, 5, 10-page treatises about what their vision was, where they are now, and where they're going. The amount of transparency that we have seen coming from developers and publishers now is
イベントはゴミイベですね、正直。
and almost unparalleled right now in certain respects for any other kind of industry. Like, you know, game developers don't have to do this, and they are, and it's great. You know, it's led to some community outcries, especially when things aren't forthcoming. People go, well, where are they? Why are they so quiet right now?
Yeah.
So the hunger and the desire is very clearly there.
Yeah.
For this.
And that's the thing. I mean, Fran, I'll start running some stuff down here so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, we were talking
It's a
about the takedown scaling already. True takedown mode. We already talked about that. We knew that was coming. This is the fact that this is endgame optimizations. Mayhem mode 2.0 coming. We've talked about that before. We knew what it was. You know, something even harder than Mayhem 4. Outrageous, but it's here.
Yeah, like we should be able to hear from Graham a little bit on,
Of course.
a little bit more what the vision for that is. But we understand, right? It's a replacement for how Mayhem had originally launched, and they changed some stuff with Mayhem 4. But I'm excited to see that get out there because I mean I exclusively always play Vault Hunter mode. Mayhem something. Everybody.
Badass over here.
そう、メイヘム 2.0 それで
I'm nothing like Lazy Data and Killer 6.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Few
those are the
are.
real
Few
breed.
are.
Few are. Yeah.
Few are.
Yeah.
All right, then next, the level cap is increasing from 50 to 53. It debuts with Broken Hearts Day, and you're going to get a skill point with each level. But Graham was telling us earlier, right, that that's going to... We'll talk to Graham about that later.
Yeah.
For now, what do you guys think of that?
The fact that there is a level change coming is a big deal because it brings into question a lot of like what your gear's at and what does it mean for fighting enemies.
今回のイベントは新性別ないのかな多分ないですね。
I would say a good place, but people feel differently and they want some power to chase.
Sure.
So
I want power to chase for sure. That's what I want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like if we went too far, if they extended the level cap and you got a skill point every single time, you're gonna blow up in power and it's just not gonna be fun unless they somehow like enhance the skill trees further and further. But I don't know what their plans are for that. So if there are
Graham
none,
will. We'll ask Graham. He'll know.
yeah, it certainly would be a good conversation. So you want to make sure.
メイヘム2の話どこ行ったよあれかグラハムが出てこなきゃわかんないのかじゃあ後でグラハム待ってみますか掃除機に。おなんだこれ1の話か。配信してる奴らはボーダーランズ3プレイしてみろってコメント出てる。いや、そりゃそうなりますよ。
You don't want that to happen in Borderlands 3 because everything's so balanced right now.
Yeah.
Everything feels great. You feel powerful but not overpowered. And as you continue to build on, it's better for you to go out and farm loot that's more and more powerful than necessarily just be handed a skill point. Even though the skill points right now feel very impactful, your decisions in your build matter.
だってこのその真ん中の人と右の人配信してるって言ってもだってあれですからね。ただのカジュアルプレイヤーですからね。ボダラン3のボの字も知らない感じなんですよ。ボダランっていうどういうゲームかはそんなもん理解してない人たちがそんなこと言ってるから。てかこの人出すぐらいだったらせめてジョルト出してほしいですよね。ジョルトあの人はちゃんとボダラン3っていうのはどういうゲームでどういうあれなのか何が足りないのか知ってるからその人を出すべきですよね。こういうゲームボダラン3をちょっとしかかじってことない配信者を出すぐらいだったらジョルト出してくれ。同じ公式配信者なんだし。刈り上げ太郎さんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。メイヘム改良してトロップ上がるといいな。ですね。今は公式発表した今は公式発表した内容をなぞってるだけだね。ですね。そんな感じです。ささみさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。
The breakdown off the letter, right? Yeah. Will be increasing the interactive area around down players, so it'll be easier to initiate revive on your team. Once a revive has started, the player in the fight for your life state will move slower to avoid moving out of the interactive area. To make it clear, when a down player is being revived by a teammate, we're adding matching efforts to both players, or matching effects to both players. In addition, we're allowing multiple players to revive the same target, which will speed up the revive. We expect to have this available in March.
てかお金とかもらわなくていいから俺が逆に10万円くらいあげるから出演させてくれ。本当にボダラン3が必要なことを全部書き留めてあれしてるから本当にちゃんと英語でスピーチしてあげるから何が問題なのかどうか現状が何が必要なのか。
We had that happen a lot during Molly 1 Takedown. Myself, Shifty5, Damn It to Hell, and Eddie Monster. We all did it together. And there were times when we would get out of each other's way. And during Molly 1 Takedown...
レベル3だけ解放なんですね。その通りです。3だけ解放して、とりあえずお前ら待てよって話だ。今現状は。ボタラン3を知ってる人ならここに出てこないと思いますよ。ですよね。多分あまりにも詳しく知ってる人たちでは出さないんでしょうね、わざと。なんか文句言われそうだろうって思って。
You'll also be able to disable the entire system if you prefer a more vanilla leveling experience. In the future, we plan to expand the Guardian rank system to include additional perks. We're looking to introduce these new perks in tandem with the second campaign.
今ちょうどガーディアンズランクこれの話をしてますね。
I love Guardian rank. I think it's so cool. Why do people right now in the community want to turn it off or not have it?
赤い宝箱はどうなるのかな。多分元通りになると思いますよ。ちょっとかじってるやつ出す方が開発としては気が楽なのかな。いや絶対そうですよね。やっぱりしっかりゲームを分かってる人よりかはまああんまり分かってない人たちを出してやった方が絶対いろいろ楽でしょうね。なんか鋭いツッコミとか入れてこないだろうし。正直ファーミング祭りぐらいのドロップ率は あれですよ。ファーミング祭りのドロップ率に関してですけどそれは饒舌化されましたよ。もう箱は元通りに戻りますけどボスとかそういうドロップ関係に関してはもう饒舌化されたからもう常にこのままずっと続きます。もちろんなんかサイレントナーフとか入る可能性も十分あるけどとりあえず公式のから言うにはもうこのまま続けるって言ってるんで多分そのまんまじゃないかな。あまり上げするとテイクダウンしばらくいけないからギリギリ今の武器でもプレイできるように3レベルなんですかね。だこのゲームって3レベル以上になるとドクロマークつくじゃないですか。でそうなるドクロマークついた瞬間って武器あれなんですよ。ダメージが入らなくなるんですよ。だから運営もそれを知ってるから3だけ上げたんですよ。 3レベル差が発生すると、例えば私たちが今使ってるの50の武器じゃないですか。で、敵のレベルが53だったらダメージがちょうど通らないラインなんですよね。だから嫌でも厳選しなきゃいけないという感じです。確かレベルペナルティ3で発生するダメージが確か 50%、25% カットだっけな。前作は確か 25% カットだったけど、今作も似たような感じだと思いますね。ダメージがカットされるんで、ちょうどそのラインを攻めたって感じです。2だと別に厳選しなくていいやってなるけど、3離れるとちょうど厳選しなきゃいけないようなゲーム内の設定をしてるからわざとです。これは。運営もボタンのシステムをよく理解してるから3にしてる感じですね、本当に。だからムカつくんですよ。その際どいライン、ギリギリのラインを攻めてきたから。
Of course, the full letter can be seen at Borderlands.com. We'll definitely have more questions and a conversation with Graham Timmons, the live lead on Borderlands 3 in a second. But for now, what were your guys' reaction to the community love letter?
There's just a lot happening that we've been asking for a long time.
Yeah.
So, I feel like we have gotten quite a few changes, whether it's the vault space or rare spawn events, which have now turned into redistributing the loot to the places that, like you were saying, you can farm. So I feel like it's already in a good spot, but things like Mayhem 2.0 and actually...
テレビショッキングみたいな雰囲気でしょ。確かに。テイクダウンのレベルは固定なのか良くないのですかね。まあテイクダウンもそうですけど、他のところもそうなんで。アクラハムさん出ました？フェイスパンチャビルドでもレベル3だとやっぱペナルティ出ますかね。まあモッドに関しては別に更新しなくてはいいんですけど、あれですよ。武器に関しては更新しなきゃダメですよ。やっぱ差が発生します。ここの開発をお菓子かじりながら適当に仕事してる。いや、そんな感じだと思います。嫌がらせだ。運営、プレイヤーにどれだけいい感じの嫌がらせするのかを多分あれですね。分かってるって感じですね。プレイヤーがここは嫌がるだろうなーって、そこだけをついてくる感じだぞ、ほんと。ポンポンさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。ハクスラゲーだとしても装備頑張って掘ったユーザーがおバカを見るやり方をやめてほしい。誰もほらなくなっちゃうよ。いや、本当ですよ。多分これ今回レベルキャップ 3XD3 つ解放。この時点で多分相当の人たち多分普通にやめると思いますよ。なんだ3解放って喧嘩売ってんのか舐めてんのかって言って。多分結構いろんないっぱいの人がこれでももうボダラン3やんないってなってる人結構いると思う。メルキュラさんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。レベルキャップ3だけ上がるのその通りです。3つだけ上がるんです。3つだけ上がるんで今の武器全部使えなくなるんですよ結局。だから全部厳選し直さないという状況になるんですよ。
Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm not ready.
You're never ready. You ready, Mitsu?
Oh yeah!
All right, I like Mitsu a lot.
そう
Let's get
3
Graham out
つって
here.
何 ?3 つって。ここの運営がボタンの使用を熟知してるなんて驚きですね。ですね。クラウムティームズ出ましたね。
Is it fun to listen to us talk about the game, or is it you're like, oh god, it's like nails on a chalkboard?Can it be both? Okay, fair enough.
こまめに小さく上げるスタイル。いや、これで毎回なんか3ヶ月に1回レベル3つずつ上げていったらもうブチ切れますよ、本当に。さすがに運営頭がバンディットですよ。3だけのために厳選するってそうなんですよね。3だけのために厳選をしなきゃいけないんですよ。でも3を厳選しないとダメージが入らないんですよ。レベルキャップが53っていうことはテイクダウンの敵のレベルって54ってなるじゃないってこと54になるじゃないですか。こっちのプレイヤーよりレベルが高くなるんで、そうなるとダメージ通るわけないじゃないですか。結局厳選し直さないといけないですよね。
I joined Gearbox back in 2006, basically. I was,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, long timer.
How old are you? You look so young.
Well, thank you. I joined back then. I was lead level designer at Borderlands 1.
Okay.
That was fantastic. Obviously.
ちょうどギリギリそのダメージが通らないラインがレベル3なんで。
Yeah.
$1 billion franchise.
You know what you're doing very clearly.
So, yeah, I really care deeply about this franchise, and I'm really happy to be in this position to go from level designing. I was lead level designer on Borderlands 3 itself, to now just continue to take care of it after the fact. I'm loving it.
And so then, leading the team that's making all the free content, the free events, this stuff, how do you describe like the goal of that team?
I mean, our goal is to continue to like bring value to the game,
Okay.
right? We want to continue to support the game. I'm really proud of Gearbox. We always like support our games post-launch, and this time we're stepping it up even further, where you can get this new content on a pretty regular basis
画
without
面の途中でバンディとかも異常や。
Obviously, the scope of it's a little different than our paid DLCs, but it's all added value that you just get by virtue of owning the game.
Yeah, like the game didn't just stop after September, right? Like you guys.
また武器掘りはかどっちゃう。
Like you're actively
はかどるっちゃはかどるけど、まあ確かにレベル3解放してくれるから、
And so,
やることはまた最初から武器厳選するってなるけど、
you're still keeping the audience.
レベル3で厳選しなきゃいけないの？本当に。
At Gearbox on this team, is it like making different buckets? Like, all right, cool, we're gonna do Malawan takedown.
ってことはあれでしょ？また厳選し直したら今度は3ヶ月後にまた3上げるんでしょ？
Figure out what you want to plug in, and are you trying
で
to
また
do it?
厳選しましょうってことでしょ？
What makes sense?
I mean, we have long-term plans of what we want to do.
いや、それだったらあれですよね。もう1年間くらいレベルキャップ解放しないでいいから、一気にあれするんだったらあれですよ。レベルキャップ10ぐらい解放してほしいですよね。プレイヤー側ももう本当に厳選しようという気持ちになるように。
Everyone works together with the same goal of just making our work better.
Now, Mitsu,
Yes.
you raised a whole bunch of different points when we were doing the lead in here, and Graham was over there both loving it and hating it as we talked.
Of course.
One of the things you were talking about was the community level.
金庫スッキリしそうですね。複雑な気分ではありますが。
Absolutely.
複雑な気分っていうか怒りしか感じないですよ。そういうとこだけゲームのシステムを理解しててキャップ3つしか解放しないって。
I personally read Reddit and our forums all the time, and I'm on Twitter, and I see that feedback all the time. It's really important to us to keep the community in mind at all times. Obviously, we want this franchise to
久々にマイクラした3時間疲れた。お疲れ様で
our
す。
community is vital to that, right? And it's fantastic to be able to speak to everyone with the way we have. It's been great.
And so one of the things in that letter that we talked about, but I know you have way more to say, was Mayhem 2.0.
Sure.
It's that thing where we've heard about it, we kind of get it. Fran's all excited about it, but I don't trust Fran. To you, what does Mayhem 2.0 mean?
Mayhem 2の
Well,
話聞き
Mayhem
ましたね。
2.0 was an opportunity to make the game better. We launched Mayhem originally with the 3 levels, and back in the fall we added Mayhem level 4, and it was an opportunity for us to try something a little different. If for those who played, obviously 1 through 3, there's a bunch of different modifiers. On 4, there's just one, and that was directly based on feedback we got from the community about how we built that system. And so, based on that, we're like, okay, we've got a really good vibe from the community about what's working, what's not. How can we improve this? And so that led into
三拡張ね。それなら新しいコンテンツですよ。3拡張するぐらいだったら今の現状のそのままレベルでいいから、レイドボス1個でも追加してくれよって話ですよね。そもそもボタランのロードマップ今日出さないなら意味なくね。まあ一応今、
that's fine. 4, they're all positive.
グラハム出てるから何か言ってくれるんじゃないのかな。
So we learned from that, and Mayhem 2 is going to reflect that.
Is there any example of a mod? Even we know again it's not totally finished, but could you give us any example of what we could look forward to?
What's the one that we just tested?
It's hard to keep track, right?
That's good because I mean, there's a lot of them.
We're I won't give one specific, but we are playing about how do we use these modifiers or abilities to create fun new play styles or encourage you to play something a little differently. That was what we intended before, is like, here are these modifiers that might help you try something different, but the approach wasn't as successful as we wanted. And so this time it's all about being all about buffs and those pushing you to try different things because it's a positive experience as opposed to a negative experience.
Gotcha.
Sure.
It's cool.
Mitsu, how's that going to go over the community?
ふざけてんな。メイヘム2の話をするんだったらどんと言えよ。なんだよ、メイヘム4の難易度が。みんなにちょっといいからもうちょっと素晴らしい感じにしたいって、それだけの話かよ。
The idea is to promote diversity.
Yeah, obviously, we have all these different types of places to go play in terms of diversity, but also in our builds and whatnot. And, we don't want anyone to feel, if you created a character that was very focused on a particular weapon, let's say you're heavy into SMGs, that's your guy. Whenever you'd get a roll that like buffed or decreased the value of your SMG damage, you're like, I don't want to play that. Let me re-roll.
Right.
So people should be excited to know that that's not how we're taking it, and it's going to reflect more of what was in Mayhem 4.
Yeah. So you can still play with your favorite gun, but if you happen to have, say, a Cutsman and your submachine gun comes up, you're gonna feel great about it.
Right. It's about encouraging people to be maybe more efficient with how they spend their time, but it's not going to be like, oh, if I don't do this, I'm wasting my time. It's just about, can you eke out a little more efficiency in your build?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, Graham, you're talking about, diversity.
言ってることがどんどん腹立たしいわ。
One of the things we were talking about earlier in the show was
まだ私が英語が理解できなければ怒り感じないんだけど、英語がわかるからさらに怒りがもう。ああ、ぶち切れそう。
How do you not make it like Mitsu was talking about that when you're getting to level 70 as you did in previous games, this is the build you use or you don't have fun.
Right, so that's something we're really conscious about right now as we're looking at future level cap increases. And, compared to like BL2 and BL3, your perks
この人たちは自分たちが言ってることがそれがあれだと思ってんのかな。
point to point. So just handing out the same number of levels and skill points would really actually just kind of destroy the game in terms of balance. It also homogenize everyone's build. Once everyone has everything, it's all the same, and you can't, express yourself through your character and their gear. In Borderlands 3, we're looking at it a lot differently based on that. In this first one, we're going to do just the 3 levels. And long term, we're exploring some other ways to encourage further player growth.
何レベル3キャップ解放したことによって皆さんがもうちょっといろんなスキルといろんな武器を使ってゲームを楽しくプレイできる。もうちょっと何いろんなビルドが試せるみたいなこと言ってんだけど。
It's so difficult for a game to actually allow and encourage you to have build diversity. Sure.
本気で思ってんのかな。レベル3解放したことによって新しいビルドができると思って新しい楽しみ方ができるって本気で心の中で思って言ってんのかな。本当にこの人開発してる人？
You feel empowered to try out those builds and you feel successful at any point.
Absolutely.
Again.
言ってることがめちゃくちゃだな。レベル3でビルドの幅が増えるかっつーの。増やせるもんだったら増やしてみろや、本当に。
I'm on the Reddit every day as well, and I see that all the time, right? If people are mad that my flak build has been nerfed, this is happening over here, like, and I always see it. Why are they doing this? It's a PvE game. What does it matter if I'm having too much fun?
Yeah. Paul Sage spoke to this a little bit in the past, but we want to encourage this diversity. And, if you see a particular piece of gear or weapon or set of skill combination, a particular build, vastly outperforming everything else, a lot of the community kind of feels guilt-tripped potentially into doing that, right? Otherwise, they're not playing to their most efficient way. And, obviously people have a lot going on outside of games and they want to be efficient with their time. And if the game has got
life outside of games, Mitsu, what's that?
No, I don't go outside of my house. Are you kidding me?
It's not getting crazy here.
But, it's not great for those people to feel like, well, I have to do this if I want to invest my time the best way. Going forward, obviously, we don't enjoy doing nerfs. That's not our, goal here. But our goal is to make sure that everyone feels empowered to play the way they like and not have to. On the other side, we know there are players who enjoy those overpowered moments. They can be fun. They are fun. We kind of worry, could you get bored if
今の聞きました？
finding reliable challenge in the game?
Sure.
今聞きました。左の人の質問が何て言ったかというと、今までその武器をナーフしてきたけど、それに対してどう思うかみたいな話をしたら、この右の人がですよ。それはあれで PVP ゲームではないけど、我々の中でこれで最適なバランスだと思って、それをやりましたって言ってますからね。
And with the ion cannon specifically, we wanted to keep its role what it was. We didn't touch the damage. You're like, nope, the damage we're going to keep. People really like that. But we need to do something where that's not your go-to for every build. Right. And so we looked at reload speed and the amount of ammo it takes. And I know some people say, well, that's a double nerf. There's two things that are nerfed. What are you doing? Are you insane?
It's true.
But you got to think about there are a lot of builds that ammo doesn't matter.
今のもまた聞きました。今までナーフしてきたけど、我々はこれに、プレイヤーによっては、このナーフはふざけんなって言ってるけど、我々はこのナーフは正しいって考えてやって、このゲームにはいろんなビルドがあるんだから、そのビルドで楽しんでほしいからそうしてるんですって。そういう強いビルドを潰してあげるから、またみんなが新しいビルドを作って楽しめるから。それによってみんないろんなビルドが誕生して面白いじゃないですかってことを言ってるんだけど。で、一つだけ言いたいのは何かというと、プレイヤーのみんなはそのビルドが潰されたからしょうがなく他のビルドをやってるだけでやって、自分で好きで他のビルドやってるわけじゃないんですよ。なのに運営の言い方は何かというと、我々が強いビルドを潰してあげたからこそプレイヤーたちは他のビルド楽しめるんでしょって言ってますからね。言ってることがめちゃくちゃでしょ。
We want those moments to still be challenging and rewarding, and if we've got stuff out there already that can melt that content, people are going to burn through it and they're going to really miss.
だからあれですよね。我々が弱体化させたのを感謝しなさいって言ってることと全く同じですよね。
It's something we're, working on, and we're in a better place.
I would say my only issue is compensation. This is the only thing, and in this case, I guess the ion cannon was just so strong there was no leeway there.
Right.
But for other guns, sometimes it feels, and this occurs in many different games. You take away in a nerf, and there's no transference of where some of that power can come back. Not all of it, but some of it can come back. So it doesn't feel like you're just removing from the top and not adding anything under.
Sure. Okay. I don't disagree with that. I think we've done that in different ways. Like, in the past, we've buffed the anointment bonuses on a number of characters to kind of bring them up in a different way, as opposed to here's a weapon, everyone has it, it's going to be overpowered for everyone. We're like, okay, how can we bring some other characters up? And so, we're looking at other ways to buff the game, right? That might not be entirely tied to just a weapon.
So you would say it's a little bit better to have a bit of a keen eye towards like asymmetrical changes. So if you take away from here, we're not adding a little bit of power to the ion cannon, but for example, we're going to say now Flak has an increase on the gamma burst anointment from 65% to 115.
Yes.
And that's kind of the compensation angle.
And not everything's one-to-one. Right. But, we want to be in a place where we're doing more buffs than we are doing nerfs. And I think we're a lot better than we were at launch.
It's good to hear. Yeah, absolutely.
Where do you guys right now think you are with the loot grind? I know that's always the question, right? Is it too much? Is it too little? Are the enemies giving up?
今真ん中の人がなんてかというと、イオンキャノンをせっかくそうやって素晴らしい武器を実装したのにわざわざそれをナーフしたじゃないですかって話をして、それに関してじゃあそれをナーフするのは別に構わないんだけど、他の武器、それと似たような武器なんか実装してくれるか、なんかそういうのをやってくれればいいと思うんだけどなって言ってるんだけど。
As far as where they're all living in terms of the loot grind, we're pretty happy right now. Obviously, we are still, generating data, looking back on it. The community of
イオンキャノンの代わり、イオンキャノンの代わりみたいのをなんかあったらいいですねみたいな話をしたら、運営がいや私たちは今現状で満足してますって。
So, we'll continue to do that as the game gets further on to the future, like what kind of changes we may need to make. But right now, we're pretty happy with it.
今来ました。Pretty Happy Way で。今の運営は今このゲームのバランスがすごく素晴らしいと考えているようです。
Right. So, you know, the level cap, you're going to go up to 53, right?
Pretty Happy だそうです。非常に現状のバランス、すべてのものに対して非常に満足しておるようです、運営は。
Completely just emasculated, right? And destroyed. Part of the rare farming, or the farming frenzy event, looking at that, I was like, okay, well, we have future growth in the future that people are going to have to re-grind out these things. If this were to become permanent, that's actually going to help these people get back up to where they were. And you know, pairing that when we're looking at how far the skill cap might be in the future, that all kinds of play into one another as far as how we want the loot grind to continue.
Yes, absolutely. The one thing we haven't gone in depth with you on is the Broken Hearts Day event.
Sure.
Like, where did that idea come from? Right? I mean, I was just looking at the calendar like, well, Arbor Day. I don't want to do any DLC for that. I don't want to do an event for that.
Back in the fall and in the winter, as we're planning out future content, you know, holidays, we know a lot of people are going to be out, but we still wanted something to happen. We have a bigger piece of content.
どうやらこの運営の方針をよくわかりました、私は。この運営がやりたいことは分かりました。プレイヤーが満足するようなゲームを作るんじゃなくて、自分たちが満足するようなゲームを作るとのことです。
Right? Broken hearts. Yeah. Yep. So we wanted to put something together that also reflected a lot of the improvements we've made since Bloody Harvest.
Yeah, and that was my next question is how does it compare to Bloody Harvest? Because, you know, having seen the little bit we got to see in this episode, understanding it in the written word, it sounds like Ghosts, right?
ユーザーの声をちょっとでも聞いてたらですよ、絶対その言葉出ないですって。今のゲームのバランスが素晴らしい、満足してますって。
Play this anywhere you want, just kind of like the Ghosts were in Bloody Harvest. But there's more impactful events happening when you see these hearts and you destroy them. Fun gameplay moments happen as opposed to just a homing enemy come at you every time. So there's loot one, there's ones that put down area effect where it explodes. The you know, enemies become friendly for a short time. We're trying to have a little more variety.
It's more active.
Yes, a lot more active. And you know, we've learned from Bloody Harvest, like I said, so that's why it's toggable. If you feel like you've engaged all that and ate all that content up and you're ready for it to be done, you can shut it off. Also, this one's a little shorter. We saw that the community was like, hey, Bloody Harvest was fun around Halloween. And I kept going, and I kept going, and we couldn't do anything about it. You'll be able to toggle this. This event's only a week long in the first place, so you might not want to toggle it off, but if you want to, it's there. So, you know, it was an opportunity for us to show what we've learned from the community a lot quicker than waiting for this other piece of content that's a little further down the pipe.
This event feels a little less intrusive. Sure. than Bloody Harvest. Because Bloody Harvest, if you were leveling a character, it was daunting. Because you couldn't turn it off, and because ghosts would fly at you and damage your character. This, it seems like it's what you're doing with Mayhem 2.0. It's all buffs. It's all positive things. You don't have to
この配信者素晴らしい。鋭い質問してる。いいね、いいね。
Right. I mean, when we're looking at these kinds of events, and events like the you know, rare chest riches, these things, those you can't opt out of. And so we're aware of that, and we know it's like, hey, this is going to impact everyone at all points of the game. Obviously, all of our fans are typically at end game, but we have lots of people specifically during Bloody Harvest who are playing at lower level, and they had this added challenge that they didn't have a way to opt out of. And so that was a legitimate concern that they had, and we agreed. And so we have that toggle, shut it off, and you know, looking forward for these kinds of events, for the community events, we'll be like, okay, for the ones that are these 2-week-long events, if they can't opt out of them, they got to be positive. They got to be good for everyone along all points of their growth.
No. Looking further and talking about, you know, obviously being the lead on the
また賑やかったな。真ん中の人が今言ったんですよ。
You guys looked and planned. Like, are you thinking of more holiday events? I assume more takedowns. It seems like everybody loves takedowns.
Yeah. I mean, we've got more stuff in the pipe.
なんだって？
We're committed to continue to grow those events and the takedowns. we're looking pretty far ahead.
Is takedown going to become the universal standard of how you approach doing invincibles and things like that, or will they be things more akin to Borderlands 2, where, for example, for Master G, I can run through Hater's Folly, and I can just pull a gate, open it up, go kill G, which is more daunting than it sounds, and then move on with my life.
So when we went into Borderlands 3, Paul Sage specifically wanted to take that experience and make it bigger, and that's why the takedown is that.
Okay.
So, you know, our goal there is to make them even more challenging than they had been in the past, and that means you're going to have to work through a decent amount of content before you get to the boss.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the goal for future takedowns. That said, you know, obviously, we know that there's a desire for something similar to BL2 that's a little quicker to maybe engage, and we'll see what happens with that. But right now, we're happy with the design change we made to make them feel a little more epic. You know, it's not just a room with a boss in it. There's actual content that goes along with it.
Any questions before we turn it over to Mailbag?
I mean, is there any hint of what to look forward to with the DLC?
言ってること腹立
That
つ
you
わ
could cryptically put out there that we can speculate on for
目の前でこんなこと喋ってたらぶん殴りたくなってくるわ
Future DLC, and we know that there's a lot of characters that people like in our world.
今言ってることは何かというと
DLC is a great place to explore.
真ん中の人か
So we'll
See,
keep doing
that.
that.
It's something that you.
So I'll give you that.
真ん中の人が言ったことが何かというとハロウィンイベント今までやってきたじゃないですかっていう話になってそこからじゃあメイヘム2はどんな感じにするんですかみたいな
Let's
そういう質問をしたんですよ
What's the most exciting thing for you that's coming through the pipeline? Not something maybe pulled from the love letter. Like, what do you really want to highlight for people right now and hope that they share in that excitement?
あ今出たのか、次の DLC で何が一番熱いのかみたいな話ですか
Uh,
ちょっと待って
you know, I think that was a good compromise to give, you know, people who couldn't quite get to it an opportunity to give it a shot. I'm really happy about that. I'd say that one is probably I love the takedown.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my answer is going to be around the takedown. You know, our goal going into that too is to make one of the hardest pieces of content in Borderlands ever. And I think we achieved that.
My multiple
did.
failures say yes.
We have the data.
Yes.
We achieved it. But I also think that having listened to the community about opening it up to more our casual players and having the true takedown mode switch was a great thing.
Awesome.
Well, that community, guess what? It's time for you to ask some questions over in Mailbag. You can, of course, write in
でさっきの話ですけど真ん中の人がまあハロウィンの話をしながらまあ 2.0 はどうするよみたいな話を聞いたけど結局あれですね右の人はまあどうするそれに対して詳細をちょっと聞いたけどまあ結局答えてくれなくてで最後にこの一人左の人がマリアンズテイクダウン今現状ですとボス周回ができずに最初からやるようなシステムになってるじゃないですかってでこれに関してですけどボスを周回でボスだけをひたすら周回させるようなシステムにする予定なのかどうかって聞いたんですよこの人がでこの人が言って運営の人が言ってるのは何かというと我々は現状のテイクダウンのあれに満足してるしボスだけひたすら周回してもらうとマリオンテイクダウンの面白さを感じられないしプラスアルファでそうやってすぐ厳選できてもゲームが面白くないじゃないかなとで私たちは今マリオンをそのままこのまま現状維持させるつもりだしボスを周回させる予定もないって言ってますねやっぱせっかくそういう長時間コンテンツだからやっぱボス周回するよりかはちゃんと最初から楽しんでほしいみたいなことを言ってるけど簡単に言えばだってあれでしょプレイヤーがボス周回ひたすらして厳選させたくないっていうことですよねだってでボスをひたすら周回するとどうしてもそういうつまらないコンテンツになってしまうから最初から最後までなかなかボスがなかなかボスまでたどり着けないっていうのがやっぱ面白いと思うしそれをプレイヤーがやっぱ難しいと感じれば感じるほど運営としてもあれですねそれが非常に楽しみだしそれに満足してるって言ってますね
Segment's over.
Peter plays my Zane.
I love the game, and the Handsome Jackpot DLC was amazing. I mainly play co-op and find it very frustrating that the party is disbanded every time you save and quit. Do you have any plans of making it so that the party is still together after you save and quit?
I had that same question not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I actually went to the guy who would have been able to do it. And it was basically, he said, it'd be a huge refactor to make that happen the way matchmaking works. So I'm going to say it's not likely. I won't take it off the list completely. Obviously, I looked into it myself. I would like that to be a thing.
That way too.
But you know, I trust this guy. If he says it's a big refactor, and for the work that he does, it's significant. So I wouldn't get your hopes
refactor
up.
mean exactly?
Change how the system works.
Okay, yeah, like
you
rebuild,
know,
from the inside out,
change
right?
how
Okay.
the system works as far as matchmaking and keeping your group together, and it'd be a big investment. So
Sure.
I wouldn't hold your breath yet, but until you see otherwise, just wait.
Hyperion Sloater wrote in. Main Zane.
As they all should.
How long can
我
we
々
expect
は満
DLC
足ばっかだな。いや、本当ですよ。
few months?
何でもかんでもそうですよ。
Years to come?
I mean, it's safe to look at our previous history.
だから先ほどハロウィンイベントの話になったじゃないですか。ハロウィンイベントっていうあったけど、それに対してなんかそういうイベントがあったけど、それに対してどう思いますかみたいな質問もあったんですけど、運営が言うにはハロウィンイベントも我々はハロウィンイベントって非常に成功してるイベントだと思いますし、プレイヤーの皆さんも非常に満足してるイベントだと思いますし、で皆さんも非常に楽しんだと思ってるから、ハロウィンイベントは非常に成功したイベントだと私は思っています。なのでこれからもハロウィンイベントみたいなこういう感じのイベントをやっていく予定ですし、非常に我々は現状の結果に対して非常に満足しておりますっていうその話です。でひたすら自分たちが満足してるって話です。
The community has found multiple letters across Pandora, usually outside the map, like a K in Carnivora and a K.
で、プレイヤーはハロウィンイベントに対して正直不満結構いっぱいあったじゃないですか。あんだけ不満あったにもかかわらず、運営が言うにはプレイヤーたちは非常に満足してるとのことです。失礼。で、そこで何が一番面白いのか何か言うと、自分たちはコミュニティサイトとかプレイヤーの皆さんがこう投稿する公式フォーラムをちゃんと確認してて、プレイヤーの声を聞いています。プレイヤーの声に聞いているのに現状に満足してるし、ハロウィンイベントもすごく成功したイベントだって考えるって何？
That's cool. I love those little stories, those little touches, right? Those personal touches. Yep. Yeah. Final question of this Borderlands show comes from JR2576, who mains Amara.
Okay.
Where you at, Flackers? Come on! JR says, any plans on improving matchmaking? Select specific slaughters or proving grounds, or see who's searching for what to join. Matchmaking doesn't always seem to work.
So back in December, we made quite a bit of changes under the hood to matchmaking, where we could, and we have the data show it improved.
今視聴者からの質問でマッチメイキングが改善されたのはいいんだけど、死ぬほどマッチングしないのはなぜですかという質問が来てますね。私から言えること一つだけなんだけど、かそってるからマッチングしないだけだって。人がいっぱいいればマッチングするよ。かそってるからマッチングする。かそってるからそれマッチングするはずないもん。
So for now, we're going to keep looking at the data, keep looking at the numbers, and we'll make adjustments as we kind of deem. But right now, we've seen a really good improvement, specifically since December.
Awesome.
Cool.
Graham, you've been a fantastic guest.
Thank you.
Before you go, would you like to give away a golden key, a shift code?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Why not?
Just do this.
This is that.
There it is! Wow! Oh man, hope that didn't leak the day before. That's always annoying.
Yeah, right.
When that happens. Then everybody in chat was like, "Why is it broken?" Like, no, you got it. Yes.
こいつら本当に頭悪いな。何シフトプレイヤーがみんなバカだと思ってんの？シフトコードさえ配ればみんなやったーって思ってんのかな本当に。
Yeah, okay, good. No, that's convincing. I agree with that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, there's one burning question about Borderlands and PAX East. So many of you have been asking me. So instead we said, ask a psycho.
Ask a psycho.
Kyle from Missouri asks,
またお前
Psycho,
か
you go to PAX East? No, hell no. I'm not freezing my balls off as much as the next guy, but I've got a very important wedding to get
またあんた
ready
かい
for.
最
What
後
gun do you get the men who have everything?
おっさんよまた君かい
But have fun at PAX East with Gearbox. I'll be celebrating true love.
あんま言いたくないけど汚ねえなあんま言いたくないけど汚ねえわいろいろ
He's a psycho. You know what I mean?
Who is he?
What a psycho.
What a
Where'd he
great
come from?
body, though. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another Borderlands show in the books. Mitsu, thank you so much for joining us.
It was an absolute pleasure being here. I'm glad I could be here with you guys.
Our pleasure, man.
Big fan of everything you do. Tell everybody where to keep up with you when the shows are airing.
Absolutely. First, I'll plug the Bordercast because I happen to love doing that show every day. So we do the Bordercast, myself and my co-host Sasachka. We do it every Friday from 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Borderlands channel. And you can of course find me at twitch.tv/Mitsu Show and on Twitter at twitter.com/Mitsu Show. MITSUSHOW.
All right, Fran, now time to earn our paycheck here. Let's run through again all the
ほらここに書いてあるじゃないですか我々だけじゃないですよみんな激北ですよ海外の人たちも1時間を無駄にしたってほらやっぱあれなんですよボーダーラン3のプレイヤーたちはみんな考えることは一緒なんですよ1時間無駄にしたとか、こんなくだらない配信してんじゃねえとか、そんな話ばっかじゃないですか。結局、日本人も外人も言ってることは全く一緒ですよ。
We'll be back March 18th-ish. You know how we are. The show slips around and does stuff. You never know what's happening. They're working on a live game. What's going to happen? So March 18th-ish we'll be around discussing Borderlands 3 second campaign expansion in great detail with all sorts of video. If you want to know more about that, of course, that's being revealed. DLC2
ほら、チャットの方でも出てますよね。ラッキーセブンのあの雷のやつ修正しろとか。
Fran's birthday, everybody.
アイアンベアはメイヘム3とメイヘム4じゃゴミだって。
February 27th, 11:30
ほら、やっぱみんな言ってることはみんな一緒なんですよ。海外も日本人も結局。
Or twitch.tv/Borderlands. Again, they're sharing the content roadmap, complement today's update roadmap, and then on top of that, telling you what DLC 2 is, talking about what comes after that. Remember, you need to be part of this show, the Borderlands show. You can go to kindafunny.com/Borderlands, give us your questions for everybody who comes through. Obviously, next month, I assume you need to write in about DLC 2 and what you want to know about it, because whoever we're interviewing will probably be about that. Wink. Follow the twitch.tv/Borderlands, subscribe to youtube.com/BorderlandsGame. Of course, follow Borderlands on social media so you see all the cool stuff that's happening, all the different updates, all the golden keys that are getting put out there.
やっぱみんな考えることは一緒ですね。ほら、コメントで書いてあるじゃないですか。なんで DLC 今キャップ開放すんのって。なんで次の DLC でキャップ開放しないで今レベルキャップ開放すんのって。いや、絶対みんなそうなりますって。このゲームをプレイしてる人たちだったら絶対そう思いますよ。なんでここでレベルキャップ開放するんだってなりますもん。やっぱりね、みんな言ってること一緒ですよ。だからここにコメント書いてる人たちってみんなあれですから。ボダラン3を愛してるし、ボダラン3を楽しみたいっていう人なんだけど、もうそういう人たちはみんな言ってますよね。ほら、We need a new boss to farm。新しいレイドボス入れてくれって。やっぱみんな言ってることは一緒なんだよ、求めてるものも。ほら、only 3 level includes what the hell? You can't even get the second skill tree. Custom ほら、レベル53って舐めすぎだろって。 54だったらまだ最後まで触れるけど、53って何って。失礼。我々、だからあれですよね。我々と言ってることみんな同じですよ。で、ちょっと、ねえ、これは本当に、結局レベルこれだけか。スイッチの方はモズパフワみたいなコメント多かったですね。いや、ですよね。高評価を教える社員かなだと思いますよ、本当に。まあ、とりあえず、今日はもう、あれですね。もう遅くなったし、終わりにしましょうか。明日多分私が改めて、多分何が発表されてどういう話になってっていう怒り狂って多分動画でうん、多分動画の方で怒り狂って多分説明するって思うんでここじゃないだろうとか言いながら多分また明日動画出すと思うんで、その時にまた、詳しい話をしましょう。やべえわ、明日の動画大丈夫かな？ YouTube 規制入らないかな明日私多分動画、パチノートの動画とか出したらブチ切れそうなんだけどああ、ブチ切れそうな気がするわ。ということで、はい、みんな、あれですね。今日も夜遅くまでお疲れ様です。ちょっとできるだけ明日、あれですね。悪口できるだけ言わないように、できるだけ怒らないように、ちょっと動画上げますわ。絶対途中からブチ切れて声なんか高くなりそうな気がするけど。ということで皆さんお疲れ様でした。お疲れ様です。皆さんお疲れ様です。おやすみなさい。